Hello, and thank you for watching another episode of RedBeards Shaves. Today, I'm going to go over my best discoveries for men's grooming in 2022. So this kind of goes full spectrum, from shave gear to daily upkeep, some stuff for my beard. So let's get right into it. So first off, I have Gentleman's Nod Lip Balm. Now, I have been an avid lip balm user as long as I can remember, since I was a kid. I always had chronically chapped lips. I lick my lips a lot. It's kind of like a nervous tic, I guess you'd say. If I don't think that I have, or if I find that I don't have a chapstick in my pocket, then I'm licking my lips and they're beet red and agitated. And so over the years, I've went through all the major brands. For many years now, I've used just strictly Burt's Bees. I would try naturally made, small artisan lip balms over the years, and they just never worked as well as Burt's Bees. And then I tried Gentleman's Nod, and I actually gave it the test. I used exclusively this. I used 2 tubes over a couple of months of it. Like I said, I use it a lot, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It's protective, keeps my lips soft and moisturized, but also protected. I don't get peels or cracks, and it's got just the right amount of cooling in it, so you do get a little bit of a refreshment in it. It has a little hint of orange oil. It seems to my taste or nose as well. Lasts quite a while, and that is number one on my best discovery for 2022. Moving on, I really have been trying over the last couple of years to switch to natural deodorant, and I've tried some of the other artisans. I've tried the natural deodorants you can find in the big box stores. I was talking with John at 345 Soaps because he makes deodorant that is natural. And I picked that up and have been using it since, and it's wonderful. It is even CPR approved. Like, I did seriously one night 10 plus rounds of compressions, which is 2 minutes per round, and I did not stink. My man musk did not come through. It held the odor down. I've been able to squeak out about 24 to 28 hours before needing to reapply. I know this because I've worked some like 24 plus hour shifts lately. So really good product. It's all natural. It doesn't have any aluminum in it, so nothing that your skin's absorbing that are metal based. It is a little bit firm, so I did not fully read the directions when I used it. You do need to kind of warm it in your underarm a little bit. It'll soften up, and then you can apply it rather easily. So if you're looking to switch, give 345 a try. It did take about 10 days or so for me to kind of purge like the other deodorant that I used. I used to use Old Spice. I would get the highest amount of antiperspirant protection as I could, and I would still end up sweating through it and stinking like a train. So yeah, give this a go. Really good product. Really pleased with that. Switch gears a little bit. This year I've been letting the beard come back out. Restrictions are a little bit lighter in my hospital. Super happy to have it. And one of the things that's been new to me that I've started to use to especially kind of control my mustache, because I like a full mustache, but I don't necessarily like wax, and that is the Aberlite Pro Heated Comb. And I think this can go clear up to 400 degrees. I use it on 320. I get out of the shower, I apply beard oil, I wait about 5 minutes. I do brush or comb in between. And then after that oil soaked in for about 5 minutes, I just lightly run through, kind of groom my mustache, lay down the sides and flatten the front. It's been a game changer. There's no more like in between, like every 3-4 days you have a good beard day. This has made it pretty rock solid that every day is a good beard day, at least for the shape and control that I desire. Couple of new beard companies that I have encountered this year that I am just absolutely in love with. One of them is Magic City Beard Co. And this is their beard oil, which actually has ostrich oil in it. Absolutely love that. Ostrich oil has been really agrees with my skin and my hair. And then I also really enjoy their beard butter. Before when I had a long beard, I always used a beard balm, which has beeswax in it typically, to help with the control. But it took a lot more extra cleaning. Every time you kind of had to strip down that beeswax, it's not good to just let it sit for days and days on end. It will clog up your pores. And because of using beard balm, I noticed that I would get a lot of shedding if I wasn't keeping up on the upkeep of keeping that clean. With beard butter, there's no waxes in it, at least in this brand. Some brands they do. And I'm able to put that in. It gives me a nice deep moisturizer. Sometimes I'll put it in before I go to bed. If I know I'm going to be outside working all day, I'll put it in for the day as well. Give a little extra protection. Next day in the shower, just scrub with a good rinse. Just warm hot water rinse, however you do your shower water. And I only need to actually shampoo every like 3 days. So, Magic City Beard Co. They are in Florida. Make sure to give them a check. I, of course, will be dropping all the links below. Another new to me beard oil company is The Luxurious Bastard. And they are in Washington somewhere, I believe. I also get the beard butter. Really like both of them. I really like the Luxurious Bastard because they come up with some scents that really commingle well with the shave gear I'm using today. This one just happens to be the Vetiver Bastard, and it's a really nice cologne-y vetiver scent. Leaves my beard feeling really good. It has great carrier oils in it. Really, really enjoy that. One of the things shaving related that I discovered was Persona double-edged prep blades. You might also know them as Persona Lab Blues or Persona Med Preps. These are the ones that are made in the USA. They're typically used for pre-op shaving before going into surgery, and you can get them on Amazon. Their price is getting kind of up there. Last time I looked, they were like $48.99 for a 100-pack, but this blade is by far turning out to be my most favorite blade. Like, I'm hoping they drop in price. Double-edged razor blades will kind of swing up and down. Like one of my other favorites right now, Permasharp, is half price from what it was last time I bought it. So I'm keeping an eye on these. When the price is right, I'm going to definitely stock up because these are super sharp, super smooth. I don't get any irritation, and really, really enjoy the way they feel on the skin. Also just recently, in this year, the Gentleman Nod Fred Shave Primer. You know, I haven't used a pre-shave in many, many years. And when I was in Idaho Falls, Chris kind of talked me into trying it. And I'm really glad that I did because this definitely enhances the shave experience, moisturizes the skin. You know, a lot of these soaps are wonderful. You don't need a pre-shave. I'll be the first person to say that. But this adds just a little extra oomph. He does call it a lather booster. I don't notice the lather boosting capability as much as I did with like the Cube. But this has a lot of really good skin food in it. Just takes a couple of pumps. Comes in a 3.3 ounce bottle. I've been using this solid for a month now. And I mean, I've barely touched it. I can't even tell that it's went down in the jar. Just takes a couple of pumps. For quite a while now, many years, I've been trying out Artisan's bath soaps because just regular bar soaps or body washes you buy in the big store always left my skin kind of dry. Just kind of would look scaly almost, not moisturized at all. I would have to put on lotion. I'm not a lotion guy. I'm not a balm guy. All that just makes my skin feel too greasy. So for the last couple of years, I've been using Sterling soaps, and I absolutely love them. I really, really do. And so this is kind of an honorable mention. I've tried a lot of artisans out there. This is the only one that has stood the test of time to not dry out my skin depending on the season. And then this year, I found its equal nemesis or partner, however you want to say, and that is the bar soaps that 345 Soap Co. is putting out. His is a little bit different ingredients than Sterling. Sterling is a tallow-based soap. This is a vegetable soap or a vegan soap, and it does have activated charcoal in it. I was usually getting, I'm going to say roughly 3 weeks of use out of a bar of Sterling, which is, I think, 5.5 ounces. Yep, 5.5 ounces. I've gotten up to, out of a 5-ounce container from 345 Soap Co., I've got it up to like 6.5 weeks. It definitely is longer lasting than the Sterling. I get the same great skin feel, and I haven't had any dryness, even hitting the winter months now. And I don't have to add lotion, which is a huge win for me. So definitely try out these artisans. If you're going, even if you're, a big internet site like TRC, the Razor Company, see what they have for bath soaps to offer. There's a lot of really good options out there, and you'll find one that works for your skin type. So those are really, really good. Keeping along with soap, 2 artisans that were new to me this year that I've absolutely fallen in love with. One of them is Luther Grooming out of the UK. I love this soap. I love this base. I really like the scents that he's coming out with. Excellent cushion, excellent slickness, excellent post-shave feel. Easy to lather. Like, it really is just an awesome, awesome base. Really good person to deal with. Johnny, I've talked with him quite a bit on Instagram. He's always there to answer questions or help out. He even reached out and we were talking about some stuff for my wife. She gets these kind of rough patches that get reddened and raised. He gave some suggestions of products to use for that, and it's been helping. So he really is just here for all the right reasons, and he's a pretty good guy to talk to as well. My other newfound love is 345 Soapworks. Yeah, I think they got, 1, 2, 3 mentions in this video. So this was probably the grand hoo-ha of discoveries this year, and that was 345. I met John in Idaho Falls at the Pacific Northwest Shavers Meetup. Awesome guy. Super approachable, super chill, great to talk to, and he makes fantastic products. He's even doing his subscription again, which he has brought back. I've been a part of that. There's going to be videos coming up to that because he actually is doing subscription-only releases. He's updating his base. He's making a lot of changes, and they're only for those subscriptions. So they're a one-off. Once they're done, they're done. And except for the base, I'm sure he'll update that at some point. But wonderful, luxurious lather, super creamy. This reminds me of like the old school soaps that can get some volume built up, but with all the new school soaps, skin food, and nourishment properties. It just really is good stuff. As many of you know, brushes are my rabbit hole. I love brushes, and I have gotten to where I practice quite a bit of restraint over the last couple of years. I will watch artisans for quite a while, really look at their products, and see if it's something that I'm willing to spend my money for. One of them that I discovered is Trotter Handcrafts, and I just absolutely love his pores. His handle designs are simple and elegant, very functional in the hand. His polishing competes with anybody out there. I mean, this camera can't even catch how there is not one single streak on here. I mean, he has wet sanded this before polishing perfectly. He also offers a variety of knots. This is his T1, which has turned out to be one of my absolute favorite badger knots out there. I think there's a lot of hype with hand-tied knots these days. These knots are made to his specs and they perform consistently and wonderfully. And I actually appreciate that. I don't necessarily want to spend 150 plus just for the knot. This is what really counts to me. I want this to feel great, but I want this to look great. So I feel like lately in the hobby, it's turned. People are super obsessed with knots, and this kind of falls to the wayside. And I've noticed that some of those, they're just not that great of craftsmanship. So I really appreciate everything that Paul puts into these. He does offer synthetic options as well for you guys that like synthetic. And he did just start up his own website. And then he also sells at the wetshavingstore.com. I'll put all these links below. I know this is a ton of information. Another artisan that I've been watching for about a year now. I scroll their Etsy page all the time, at least 3-4 times a week, and look on their Instagram, whatnot, and I liked what they were coming out with. They would do some kind of handle designs I wasn't a fan of, color combinations I wasn't a fan of. They did make one thing that really intrigued me, and some of their early editions of the abalone, and yes, I call it abalone, not abalone. Don't know where I picked that up. I know I was a kid. There was a guy who was a diver, and he always did these big abalone feeds. He would go and harvest the abalone. He always called it abalone, so it stuck for me. But AK Brushworks started doing abalone, and it was close. It was close to being like, oh yeah, that's what I want. Well, over the last few weeks, maybe a month and a half or so, they started coming out with this new abalone pour. And let me tell you, this is something else. I mean, this is the underside of an abalone shell, 100%. Like, they got this spot on. They went to a little bit more elegant handle designs and fits the hand good, has great weight. Coin on the bottom. Some people want the old coins back. I guess he hand stamped them. I kind of like this one, so I'm not against it. This has their AK7 synthetic knot in it. I haven't used it yet on the head, but then they're also going to be coming out with some badger options, which I am super, super excited about. So if you have not checked out AK Brushworks, definitely go see what they have to offer. They're doing some really spectacular pours. Again, the polishing, the sanding, the wet sanding, the finishing of this is immaculate. And so I really just feel, at least to my eye, over the last few weeks, they've just really elevated their game. And they're definitely one to keep an eye on. The other nice thing about these guys is they are wanting to keep them affordable. I'm blanking his name right now. I want to say Gardner, but I don't think that's correct. The gentleman who's pouring these, he is a shaving hobbyist, and he absolutely hated always trying to have to chase stuff, not being available, being excited to pick something up. So he is working his hardest to keep everything stocked. They said that they will do customs, and then they also do drops at the Razor Company, and there's going to be a special Razor Company abalone color. It's more blues for the TRC blue. So yeah, I definitely felt that they should get a spotlight in this video, because they are doing some really, really good work for affordable prices. It's a family affair. Husband and wife, kids get involved. Really, really cool people. I have 3 razor discoveries, and then I think we've pretty much got through this. So one of them, which was on my top razors of 2022, is the Carve Overlander also known as the Goat Lander. This is a phenomenal razor for what it is. It is mild, but extremely efficient. Like, I would have no problems recommending this to a new wet shaver. And I myself can mow down a few days worth of growth to a BBS. Very, very limited blade exposure, but the gap is just right. The geometry of the head is just right, where this is really an efficient shaver. So well done, Chris, at Carve Shaving. And if you haven't tried one out, give them a look. They're aluminum versions, I believe, under $100 or right at $100 US. Another company that is new to me that I've been getting some pretty cool shaves from is Aylesworth. This is the Aylesworth Dracont in stainless steel. They have this razor available in a standard plate, a plus plate, and a plus open comb plate. The standard plate wasn't for me, but the plus and the plus open comb are awesome. I love, love, love the unique knurling on this handle. And it's just something different that I've never seen before. Very happy to have it in my den. He has his logo at the bottom of the handle there. Caleb has been a great guy to work with. I've reached out to him multiple times on social media. We've had a lot of conversations. We're even troubleshooting something right now. And he's a stand-up guy. He is somebody that he wants his consumers to be super excited and happy about what they get when they pick up an Aylesworth razor. So, very nice job, Caleb. And then my final thing, many of you know that I deal with just huge irritation on the neck. Not many DE razors have been able to overcome that, where I can get actual smooth BBS shaves. Most of the time I'm just doing one pass just to get by, and I deal with the scritch until the next time I shave. But new technique for me has been to straight razor shave my neck. This is just a gold dollar 66. This is one that I've actually honed and put one of my own edges on it. Currently testing that out. Hopefully I'm going to get it locked down here in the next month or two, that I'm going to actually send out a dozen or so and have people give me their feedback on what they like or don't like about the edge. Because, you know, I'm shaving an extremely small landscape. So if I'm going to continue to hone and improve at honing, then I want to have some people that have more landscape shave with my razors or my edges and go from there. And I think the edge deemed by JMac is going to be called the Red Edge. So be on the lookout for that. I'll probably be reaching out to a few of you in the community to try these razors out for me. Try the Red Edge out. Hope you all enjoyed my best top discoveries of 2022. It's been really fun. I'm super excited to find a variety of stuff. I think slowing down on just buying software or, you know, growing the beard back has kind of broadened my picture to where I was looking for other things to complete my grooming habits. Leave a comment below on what some of your best discoveries or favorite grooming tools are. I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. Remember to do something nice for somebody. Doesn't cost anything and can mean a world of difference. And this is RedBeard out. You all have a wonderful day. Bye.